Hey friends, it's Eric and Tay. We're poolside once again on this nice, beautiful spring day, checking out my new little friend. That is the Aiper X1 that's in the water right now. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 things that you're going to want to know about this pool cleaner before you decide to buy it. So without further ado, let's jump into this water. First things first, I do want to let you know Aiper has sent this out to me for full honest review, but that's not going to sway my opinion in one way or another. If I don't like something, I'm definitely going to let you know. And if you're a tech lover and pool owner like I am, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I test these things out all the time. And while you're at it, hit that like button. All right, first thing that you want to know, and most importantly, is its cleaning performance. I got to tell you, this is a premium product and it has a cleaning performance to match it. I've been using this for a couple weeks now, and I gotta tell you, this thing is really sweet. First, just like most pool cleaners, it's gonna do the floor and it does a great job. It does this like S pattern. I do have a beveled floor towards the deep end, so it doesn't do it straight, like in straight lines because of that bevel. But for the most part, it does it. It doesn't really miss any areas. And the areas that it does miss occasionally, it always comes back later and gets it. So don't worry if it misses one of your areas. It will always come back and get that area. And then it has the wall mode. Obviously, depending on the bevels in your pool and the angles, it might miss some walls, but like the floor, it always gets to pretty much the whole pool at some point, except the steps. It will go up the steps sometimes, but really will not clean it. It's just too big for steps, so keep that in mind. And this also can clean the water line, and they have a name for it, the Wave Line 2.0. This will actually come up above the water line and go horizontally. This is really cool to see, and it really scrubs at that top water line. It gets all that gunk that builds up there. You know what I mean. Now, this is rated for pools about 2,150 square feet. My pool is a little bit smaller than that. Has 4 motors and 16 sensors, 2 bristle brushes on the front and 2 bristle brushes on the back that really scrubs at that floor and that wall and really turns up all that dirt at the bottom of the pool, and then it gets sucked up. This thing has suction power of 6,600 gallons per hour. And I gotta tell you, at the end of the cleaning cycle, my pool is spotless. And this leads into the second thing that you need to know is about the filter. It's really nice. They actually include 2 filters in this model. They have the normal mesh filter that's about 180 microns. That's going to be for your daily cleaning. But if you did have some algae and some other smaller stuff in your pool that you really need a ultrafine filter, they do have a 3 micron filter that they include that you actually stick inside the other filter, which I thought was kind of unusual. But this is my only con with its pool cleaner, is that it's kind of difficult to open up that debris basket, not just with that ultrafine filter in there, but even without it in there. That latch just didn't work well for me. I don't know why. And then when you put the ultrafine filter in there, that latch was even harder to open up. Now, not saying it was impossible to open up. I'm just saying it was just more difficult than I've had in previous models. So just be aware of that. And it's a nice big basket. I think it's about 5 liters or so. And it's going to collect all your stuff. And then you can wash it off afterwards. It's like a cloth. And then you can just use a hose and wash it off. And now for the third thing that you need to know is about its battery life. They say about 3 hours. And in my few weeks of testing this, when it was in the all-in-one pool cleaning mode, that's what it pretty much got, is about 3 hours. And it did about 1.5 hours on the floor, and then the walls and the water line about another 1.5 hours, roughly. Now, if you're using one of these other modes, if you're using it on the floor, it actually got a little bit longer. But then if you used it only in wall or waterline mode, it got much less. So that definitely uses more power. So be aware, depending on what mode you are in, you're going to get different time frames. And now this leads into the fourth thing that you need to know is about the charging and dock station that it comes with. I'm so happy to see Aiper now including a dock. Now this is a dock you'll probably put poolside, so you want to make sure you have power wherever you're going to be putting this. And it's really quick and easy. Once you pull out the pool cleaner, you can now throw this down onto a dock. It has these little charging pads at the bottom of the pool cleaner, and then they reverse on the docking station. They match up. They charge up your pool cleaner. I'm not quite sure how long it really took because I just threw it on the docking station, and the next day I came back out and it was charged up. I think they mentioned it takes about 4 hours to charge up. I never sat there and watched it, but you know what I mean. But I'm super happy to see that now it comes with the dock because I hate plugging this stuff in. Having electrical wire into a wet plug is never good. And now with the docking station, just throw this down and you're good to go. In addition, if you want to, Aiper sells a caddy, a wheeled caddy. It's like a wheeled cart. It actually uses your docking station that comes with it. And you can wheel it around. Maybe you have a pool house you want to wheel it to, or maybe you want to wheel it up to the pool because it's too heavy, which, by the way, this is not that heavy. It's definitely not for everybody, but I got to tell you, for the size of this pool cleaner, it's really not that heavy compared to some other ones out there on the market. But if you did want to pick up that caddy to wheel it around the pool or maybe into the garage or pool house, you can buy that as an additional accessory. And talking about additional accessories leads into the fifth and final thing that you're going to want to know about this before you decide to buy it, and that is about the app. And if you want to, you can buy the HydroComm Pro 2 buoy, communication buoy. Now, using the app when the pool cleaner is out of the water, you can select what mode. All good and dandy, but once you throw this into the pool, you will not have communication with it. Although once it's done, it will come up to the top and float towards the edge of the pool for about 5 or 10 minutes or so and waiting for you to pull it out. Otherwise, you got to manually pull it out with the hook that you include. But if you buy the HydroComm Pro communication buoy, it's also a pool sensor, and that'll be a whole different review. But if you want to communicate with your pool cleaner, they do have the HydroComm Pro that will be able to communicate while it's in the water. But unfortunately, it's very limited, and unfortunately, there's no steering, so you can't steer it to a certain part of your pool. It's only to change the mode or to recall it to the surface so you can pull it out. That is the only options and ability that the HydroComm Pro currently has. So it's very limited. I wish you could really steer this to wherever you want to in the pool via that HydroComm Pro communication buoy, but unfortunately and currently, that is not a feature within the app or the additional purchase. All right, so what I think overall of this pool cleaner, absolutely amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite pool cleaners of 2025. It has a lot of features that I'm looking for, has that docking station, has a app with, yes, it's a limited app, but at least I have it. And most importantly, it does an amazing job of cleaning my pool, and I couldn't be happier. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Let me know if you're as happy as I am when it comes to now that this comes with a docking station, because that is a game changer in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments if you're as happy as I am. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.